Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, I'm Spirit Medium Laura, your host of this radio show. I've been channeling Spirit for over 30 years and recently was chosen for the 2014 book, 100 Top Psychics in America. Here's how to LOVE love your readings on this radio show. L is for let Spirit lead. O is for only one question or connection per caller. V is for validate all advice with a licensed professional. And E is for enjoy the show. Stay tuned for additional announcements. Hi, everybody. Oh, excuse me. This is Spirit Medium Laura with a frog in her throat. Excuse me. This is our Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time show. About 10 to 15 minutes into the show, we will start the readings or the connections. We will only be focusing in on other side connections today. So if you've tuned in and have a question about your own life, better to wait until Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time when I do another hour-long show, which includes both other side connections as well as answers to your own life issues psychically. Please don't reveal a lot of information, and as well, this is not like 1-800 dial the dead or going to McDonald's to order a hamburger, God forbid. I have a cat that just jumped up on a very high ledge behind me. In other words, we try to let Spirit bring in the evidence. Okay, so don't say to me, "Oh, I want to talk to so and so." Then you've already revealed information to me. Wouldn't it be nice if that soul just pops in on his or her own? The phone number to dial into the show to be in the reading queue is area code 347-945-5849. And if you'd like to jump to the top of the reading queue, I already have a couple of donations, but you can make a donation of $5, which goes in part to help animals. It's a donation to the Humane Foundation. It's item 1B on the website for this show, which is spiritmediumtv.com. As well, you can also secure a very deeply discounted half-hour session, private session with me of 33% off, 30 minutes, item 1A on the website for this show, which is spiritmediumtv.com. And last but not least, you can also register for the Monday night Intuitive Playground, which is an online training class I do every Monday, provided that I'm well enough and that there's no holiday or what have you. But this Monday coming, we will be doing a Meet Your Own Guides, Meet Your Spirit Guides class, as well as Learn Your Life Purpose. You can read for others as well. So if you're looking to practice your psychic or mediumship skills, this is a great way to meet other people. It's only $20, and you can secure your place in that class at spiritmediumtv.com, item 3 on that page. And incidentally, in July, we will be focusing on clairvoyance all month, but for the month of June, we're focusing in on clairaudience, hearing spirit, and channeling. Today I have a little inspiration for you. I love it when Spirit comes in and does something highly unexpected. Not only does it challenge me as a medium to give exactly what I get, no matter how implausible or silly it sounds, but as well, it's probably one of the best ways to get that validation from Spirit. So Monday evening, towards the end of the show, about 55 minutes into the show, again, it started at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can find that show on Blog Talk Radio, Spirit Medium Laura. That was Monday past, the 9th of June. A caller, Patricia is her name. She's a friend of mine, or she's called in a number of times. She's become a friend of mine because she's called in. I know her through readings and so on. In any event, she wanted a message from the other side, and I had two fathers, as she does have two fathers, but one of them identified himself in ways that were highly specific, one being the color of his eyes, and secondly, that he said he was with her drinking coffee during the night to clear her lungs. And Patty gasped, and I was like thinking, what did I just say? What did he say from Spirit? I felt a little silly, but, what are you going to do? I mean, I have to give what I get. And so she said, well, when she was in the hospital recently, she had been in the hospital, she had pneumonia, they had gotten her to drink coffee during the night because it would help her clear her passages, her lungs, and I forgot what the other reason was, but there was some other reason. So they kept having her drink coffee during the night. So that was her way of her father validating that he was with her. So hopefully we're going to get some nice, clear validations from Spirit today. But I think getting evidence from Spirit that is highly specific is a very inspirational thing or message for all of us, because it means indeed Spirit is with us. They haven't left us. Me, I'm always dealing with people who've lost their loved ones, and one of my major goals during sessions with clients is to be able to convince them that their loved ones are just a vibration away, just a different vibration. They're not any different from us. They're just a different vibration. I mean, they differ from us in various ways, but not different from us in that they've really died. They're not gone. They're just gone out of this dimension. And they probably are more aware of their total magnificence. For if you've read any books on near-death experiences or read any books by Dr. Michael Newton, Journey of Souls is a good one, you learn that when you get into spirit world, you become more aware of your true identity as an infinite being and a magnificent being, a being of light, grandeur. When we have to compress our energy into a body, our earth bodies, we diminish in our sense of self. And I believe through working with people that one of the reasons that we have the experience of coming to physical on earth is so that we can remember our magnificence. We can remember who we truly are while we are still within the illusion of the physical boundaries. And as well, I'd like to also point out that the ascension, maybe some of you have heard that phrase bandied about, just to give you a quick brush stroke of what that means, in case you haven't, is basically what people on Earth have been talking about 2012, and the Mayan calendar ended, and all that business. And I mean, there really is a shift in energy on Earth, as there is from time to time. We have cycles, right? Energetic cycles. And one of the energetic cycles right now, I believe, is to shift from the illusion of separateness to the reality of connectedness by virtue of alignment with our own soul. And so therefore, the body of the work I do, I believe I incarnated at this time, the body of the work I do is to help people remember who they are, to talk to souls of those who've transitioned, as well as their own soul and the soul of souls of others on earth, to heal relationships, heal your relationship with yourself, heal your relationship with others. And by the way, I forgot to tell you, I just had my book published, which is called Intuition for Success with the Law of Attraction, which is all about alignment with the soul. And if you're wondering how to have better communication with yourself, start to follow your intuition. And one step even better is to come Monday nights to the workshop that I have online. You don't have to leave your own home. You get to see us in video, or you can just not put your video on. You can phone in using a phone. I use GoToMeeting for those meetings. It's very inexpensive. It's a way for you to enhance your own life. Okay, we've got a lot of people waiting here. Dang, dang, dang. I'm going to go to the first person who's made a donation. Again, if you want to jump to the top of the queue, just go to the website for this show, which is spiritmediumtv.com, and item 1B on that page allows you to make a $5 donation, which goes in part to the Humane Foundation monthly by me. I make a donation to that. Okay, Joy should be at area code 905. Joy, hello. Joy. Hi, honey. How are you?
Hi, I'm okay, thank you.
Good.
Good to hear your voice.
Yeah, good to hear your voice as well, Joy. I guess you must have really wanted to have a connection, otherwise you wouldn't have made the donation.
I do. Yeah, and I may still yet do a private as well, but I really, I'm really keen. So thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your donation. The animals say thank you. I do feel, and I have felt all along, a male to you in spirit. He has a sense of presence to him, but I'm not quite sure if he's in the fatherly energy category, if he's more of a peer energy to you, but there's a sense of weightedness, sense of presence to this individual, somebody to be reckoned with or to respect, I guess is the word for it. I'm going to give you a little bit more, and then we'll come back to you, Joy, and see whether or not you can identify this as who you want to speak with. Okay, let's see what wants to come in. Male. Okay, I know you're a male, sir. Could you give me a little bit more identification? Okay, so now it's very broad strokes I'm going to give you in the beginning, and then we're going to whittle it down to something more specific. The first thing I see is a little extra poundage on this person. They can show it any time in their life. He gives me the sense of being somebody who comes from more of a well, he's dressed casually, so that means he either was engaged in a casual lifestyle, he's wearing a casual shirt like a flannel or cotton shirt. He seems to have a little bit of a stomach on him. He seems to give me the sense of jolly, kind of jolly. And I don't know if he literally wore a beard, but he actually shows me himself with a beard right now. This happy-looking face to him. Happy-looking face. He does show hair on his head, but I can't tell what he has on the top of his head if it's thin or not. It looks a little bit like it might have thinned a bit. Very, very gregarious, outgoing, jolly kind of man that presents right now physically in front of me. Do you understand this for anyone you know, please?
Not a relative or a family member. Maybe an old long-time mentor, but I'm not sure.
Okay, it could be very well. And so I'm glad you said that way, because you're very astute. But anybody can come in that has the strongest energy to present. So what I'm going to do is obviously you're wanting a family member by your answer, and a stronger energy than that. So I'm going to ask this gentleman to step aside. He is here for you. There's something very outdoorsy about him. I just want to add that in as well. Very outdoorsy, as if he liked to travel, but he also shows me he liked to do things like fish a little bit. So I'm going to ask him if he would step aside. Ooh. There's no one else that I can feel at the moment. I'm feeling a slight bit of mother energy. Now, if I say mother energy or father energy, of course, I can pull in a grandpa if it's not your immediate family that's passed. And I can, usually we can't, as a medium, go wrong with that. And I do feel a female to you. I also feel another female to you that feels a little bit more like a peer group to you, a sister, sister-in-law, someone like that. Or if she was an aunt or somebody else or a friend, she's just more in your peer energy, if you will.
It would be my sister, yeah.
Okay, so your sister is there also. Okay, so let me just see if I could develop that a little bit more. Okay. She shows me herself as having, and they can show it any time in their life, a medium length hair. It seems to be looking a little bit more on the lighter side of coloring. It seems to have a little bit of a wave to it, if you will. She does not look overweight. She looks more in a mesomorph body type, if you will. She has high cheekbones and a happy kind of face, a happy kind of smile at this point. Do you understand your sister, please, have had lighter hair, please?
Only if she usually colored it, so yeah, she would have been gray by now, but she usually colored it. So.
Okay, and they can show at any time in their life. Okay, and she could very well be showing me the color that she put on her hair, but all I see is a broad stroke of lighter hair. I also see in this, again, I don't know if it's always that she wore her hair this way, but she shows me medium length, a little bit above the shoulders, a little bit of a wave to it. Okay, and so do you understand your sister ever wearing hair like that, please?
No, I don't actually.
Okay, not a problem.
She always dyed it dark brown, and it was, I guess it was maybe medium length at some time, but it was quite long when she passed.
Okay, again, they can show it any time in their life, so even if you do remember ever wearing it like that, that's fine. And the lighter color to it could probably mean that she was trying to show me it was white in its normal color, but I can't say that for sure. I also feel under her that she would have had a son under her. Do you understand having a son, please?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, I also see her being slender in figure. Do you understand slender, please?
Absolutely.
Okay. I also feel wasting away as if she had cancer or something similar to wasting away, some kind of an illness. Do you understand that, please?
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay. I want to give you one or two more things before we move into discernment. Personal message for you. She loves you very much, but she wants to move into that right away. I'm going to ask her to hold your horses for a moment, my dear. I want to see your face, love. Okay, so I see a slender nose, a straighter nose. I see high cheekbones, full lips, nice lips. She does not show me herself at a very advanced age. In other words, I don't see her moving into like 90-year-old, but your voice is very light. You know, if she's your sister, she's probably not that much older than you. If she were older than you, or if she's older when she passed. I just don't see that. Again, they can show at any time in their life. But she's showing me her skin when it's still smooth, if you understand. Let me see what else I can get. Kind eyes. Very kind eyes. And her eyebrows, instead of arching up, they just a little bit softer, smoother towards the end of her face. Caring kind of person, very sweet kind of person, soft-natured. I also feel she had a lot of creativity. There's a lot of artistic ability there. And I believe she might have expressed it more through crafts and hobbies than actual as a career. Do you understand, please?
No, that wouldn't be a fit for her.
Okay. I will insist I do see a creativity there. She could have
definitely creative, yeah.
Okay. She could have expressed it in many ways, even in the home as a homemaker. So I'll just leave it like that, okay? I don't know anything more than that. I just feel creativity there. And I don't know how it expressed, except I feel that it expressed, or she looked at it as expressing through her normal day-to-day life, expressing creativity. And she also says to me I was an expressive person. She says I was a very good communicator. And she shows me a little bit about that with herself. I also see her being more educated than most. Do you understand education, please, for Sis?
Self-educated, yes.
Okay.
Yes, very self-educated, yeah.
She also says very articulate. So she's showing me these things about herself. Very highly articulate, highly skilled in language. Interesting. She liked language. She liked words. And she also says to me that she probably liked to do crossword puzzles, because I see her doing a crossword puzzle, showing me something like that. It could mean just that she wants to show me that she was skilled at language, but I feel she might have literally done crossword puzzles. Do you understand that, please, for your sister?
Yes.
Okay. Now, she's also making a little bit of fun of herself, or a slight bit of satirical, if you will. She says, I was so smart, but I wasn't smart enough about my health. She says, to you. She says, She says, everything we did didn't work now, did it? She says, but when time came to pass, I was peaceful. She says, I was peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, she says, I was peaceful with it. She says, it was difficult, a long road there to get to where I was peaceful. I see next to her a male, as if she had a husband or significant other besides her son, or there seemed to be family members that were close to her, around her, and witnessing her, her transition, if you will. And I don't know if it's literally on the day of transition. She gives me more the sense of that it was just that she wasn't alone. She's letting you know she didn't feel alone. She didn't feel alone. She says mother was here for me as well. So that could mean grandma or literally mother, but she says mother was here for me as well. I think she means as she transitioned. So somebody in spirit, somebody in spirit that's a mother figure for her was there to hold her hand and reached out to her and helped her leave the earth easily. She says it was a very easy, very simple thing to do. She literally shows me, I don't know how to interpret this just yet, but she shows me like angels, like as if she had wings on her or there were angels there for her. So it's just trying to make it an elevated, beautiful experience, if you will, in her transition. It was very peaceful. There's something about reading at her bedside. So reading at her bedside. Somebody was reading at her bedside, either during the day of her transition. It seems like holy words, either from a Bible or prayer, something like that. So if you didn't, there might have been other people that might have been praying for her during that time, just to have a quick and quiet transition. Do you do Reiki yourself, Joy?
I do a lot of different kinds of energy work. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because she's letting me know that you were doing that for her, some kind of energy healing work to make it easy for her. I believe during her transition process. She's giving me that sense. Do you understand, please?
Yeah, I do. I actually wasn't with her. I didn't know she was sick, and I was in Florida at the time.
Oh.
And I dreamt about her passing, and I dreamt a lot of stuff, so.
Oh, okay. So you weren't actually doing, so do you know if there were people at her bedside that were praying for her?
I don't think there was anyone that she would have known.
Oh.
As far as I know, she went in by herself. The person in charge of the apartment building called her an ambulance, and she died within 24 hours of getting into the hospital. And she had been in palliative care, and she didn't advise myself or her son that she was sick.
And so what about her? Oh my goodness! And what about her? She didn't have a husband then around her, or any significant other?
No, I don't think there was any. From going in or being in her apartment, I don't think there was anyone.
Okay. Well, let me let you know. Let me let you know.
I think it would have been her father. Our father. Yeah.
Okay. Well, somebody was there. I don't know if it was literally at the bedside, but maybe in the hospital they provided some kind of a.
They could have. Yep.
Yeah.
Social worker or something. Yep.
Because somebody was speaking and reading to her, like from a Bible, or witnessing this for her. But she's also letting me know that your healing energy was with her. So however that can be interpreted, if it happened before you knew or after, she let me know you did some kind, maybe afterwards you might have done some energy work to help her transition. But she gives me this impression, just to honor what I'm getting from her, that you do energy work or healing work, and that you were able to help her in some way. So I want you to know that, okay? And that is her evidence for you, is let you know that she knows that you were doing some kind of energy work for her, and it probably obviously was not during the pre-transition, but after the transition.
And I just wonder what she wants now. I haven't picked up her ashes, but she's cremated now, and I just don't know what to do for her,
Yeah.
Or if it matters. Yeah.
All right, let's see what she says. She says, it doesn't matter at all to me, my dear sister. She says, I was alone by choice. She says, I didn't mind being alone at that time. She says, I did not feel lonely. She also gives me the impression, I'll come back to that answer in a moment, I just need her to give you what she needs to say. She gives me the impression that she's kind of eccentric. Okay, that she sort of did things according to her own inner self, like she had her own inner drum beat that she walked to. And she says, I did like doing things my own way. She says, I didn't want anybody fussing over me or feeling bad for me. And she also says there was a little bit of an oversight as well, because if she had herself more together, she probably would have let someone know, just as courtesy to them. So she's giving me two messages. They seem contradictory a little bit, but I will honor both of them. One of them is not wanting people to fuss over her. The second one is, on hindsight, and I think it was when she was in the hospital and already too late to call anyone, thinking, I should have, let somebody know. So let me see about this message of where she wants to be. She says she doesn't really care. She says those things are more for the living than for us that we've passed. She says, I don't really care what you want to do with the ashes. She says perhaps to lay them out to sea would be nice, which would be the symbol of release of me from physical pain and suffering, which is a nice thing to do. She says that you've thought of that a few times, and she does agree with that. And the ocean where you are would be better than the ocean where she was for some reason, which means you'd have to go there, pick them up, and then lay them out somewhere else. Are you in Florida?
No, not right now, but I could wait until I come back down.
I think that's what she's saying, and she likes she thinks that the water there has got more of the sense of things that she likes. But she says it's more for you than for anyone. She says also, I don't know why she's saying this, but she says, I'm nursing the young here now. I'm nursing the young here. I love to work with children and help them on their path. She says, I'm unrequited in my own work of earth. I never did what I really wanted to do, was to be a teacher and help others. Yeah. So she's doing, awesome. So she's helping others now. She has a purpose. She says, we have a daily routine here where I am. It's not like I don't have a life anymore. She says, I'm very happy where I am and content where I am. She also realizes there were things she could have done better with her own health. One of them is resentment for the past, which she held in her belly and in her chest. That's the energy that needed to be released from her. Your work with her energetically has helped to release that. Do you understand, please?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
It's very important that you did that for her. She says, because now she's free almost to go about the work she wants to do. You helped her release that toxicity, because it did go with her to spirit. It wasn't released yet. So you actually helped her release that, which is extremely significant. So I'm going to leave you with those messages, my dear Joy, and I want to thank you. Yeah, I want to thank you so much for calling in, honey. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye.
Gratitude.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Wow, that was interesting. I never thought about that, but what this sister was saying in spirit is that she carried, many of you know that are listening probably, that when you have illness, particularly cancer, there's forgiveness that's needed. You hold the toxicity in your cells, and you can carry that consciousness with you to spirit. And what this sister was saying is, as she carried that consciousness, it was preventing her from moving to moving to her work in spirit. Otherwise, she would have been held back. So that is interesting. Okay, so we have another donation, and we have two more waiting. And Rosemary, you've made a donation. I want to thank you, sweetheart. But you did not give me your phone number, so you're going to have to email me, Laura@spiritmediumlaura.com. with your phone number. I'll be looking for it in a moment because I have no way of recognizing you on the switchboard except by the phone number, unless there's no other way. In the interim, I will go to Colita. Colita, hold on. And again, anybody, Colita, hold on for a second, lovey. Anybody that does want to jump to the top of the queue, you may do so by making a donation at spiritmediumtv.com. 1B on that show, on that page. Only $5 goes to help animals. I'm only going to take a couple more donations because I want to get to people that are on the phone lines as well. Jesus, time passed, Kalita, huh? What can I do for you, darling? You want a connection? I already heard who you want to speak with.
I'm not surprised.
Are you wanting to speak with your grandma, honey?
Anybody who wants to come through and give me any insight on my health and what messages they want to give me.
Oh, okay. Because when I saw your name and you made the donation earlier, I heard that you want to speak with Grandma. Maybe Grandma wants to speak with you. Now, I do feel, since I lashed into Grandma a little bit, there's a little bit of I do see a Grandma. Okay, and just for everybody listening, I believe I described her for you once, or for Felice. I'm not sure who it was, but I will re-describe what I see, which is a woman who's lived to an advanced age. Her teeth or her jaw area kind of recedes. Strong chin, strong nose. I think it was for Felice I said this, but it looks like she lost a lot of her teeth. I know she lived to an advanced age because Felice already confirmed that. I also see her in a wheelchair or seated, meaning, so old that she's not getting around that well on her own anymore, but good, kind, loving heart. Now she shows me herself wearing a hat. Okay, interesting. So she's morphing to a younger age. I see her wearing some kind of a little bonnet, actually. A bonnet, kind of cute. Very alert eyes in this picture. So she's older in the picture she's giving me, but she's got very alert eyes, and she does look like she still likes to wear her hair long. Do you understand Grandma wearing her hair long for maybe into her senior years, please?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and it's lighter in coloring the hair. Of course, that could mean that it's simply white. I can't really see that much about it. Just that it's flowing a bit, and she's got very, very bright, very alert eyes, lovely eyes, but very senior looking, older looking. And she's wearing this hat today. And I don't know if she ever wore it when she was on Earth. It's a hat that has a brim to it, and it's a maroon color, if you will. Maroon. I don't know why. Just let you know. I see that. But the other thing I want you to know is that she came in scolding you. I didn't get to that yet. She had her hand out in different vision of her, of coming in to say something to you, Kalita, something that you're not doing right with your own health or what you're doing with yourself right now. And let's see if I can make vocal contact with her. Oh, okay. Now she also does what she did before, which is her heart gave out. And again, she lived to such an advanced age. That's how she transitioned. It was a slight heart attack or just, the end of her life. Heart went out. I don't know if you can confirm that. Felice just knew she lived to an advanced age, so I just want to let you know I get that impression again in the chest area. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so it's just like she lived to an advanced age, her heart gives out. Okay, let me just go now to personal message for you, love. She wants to say that she loves you. She loves you very much. I don't. I get the number 4. Now, this would be really strange, but 4 came in for you on Monday also, but not for a betting or anything like that. And more like 4 years have passed. 4 years have passed. Did she transition 4 years ago, love?
It was a little longer than 4 years.
Okay. Something happened 4 years ago. And I just want to leave that with you. And I don't know what it is, but I got 4, so I'll just leave that on give you the number.
Okay.
Your mother transitioned 4 years ago? Okay. There's also, okay, at 4 years ago, something happened that, what's going on in the background there? Something happened. Yeah, if you know what it is, please stop doing it. There's 4 years ago, there was a transition. You told me what it is. It was your mother that transitioned, and that also you did something different with yourself. You changed your persona to the world 4 years ago, and she gives it to me as if she's changing your hair, but I think it's more than just a change of your hair. It's like a shift in attitude, letting go of the past, moving forward to the future, and she gives me a sense of you getting stronger about yourself, who you are, what you want to do in life, where you want to go. And she's telling me not to let go of that, because that's the true family line. That's the true attitude in our family, is to be strong women. Strong women. So she says your health is good. She says she's not worried about your health. I don't know if you are. I don't remember you asking me anything about that. Is there something going on with your health? Because she's saying your health is good.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of pains in my abdomen area.
Okay, let me see if she wants to say anything. I want you to know, she says your health is going to be fine. It's nothing really that serious. It's good in general. And that you're strong, very, very strong constitution, very strong body, and that you will get over that soon. Let me see if she wants to say anything else about it. Nothing else, really. She doesn't want to go into health. So whatever that is that's going on with your abdomen is just going to pass. Excuse the pun, or you'll go to a physician and find out what it is, but it's not life-threatening.
Okay, great, wonderful. Okay.
All right.
And I wanted to also ask you, can you tell me anything about my spirit guides, Laura? Who they are and how many I have? Or if they hear me when I ask them to talk to me?
Sure they do. And if you're really curious, come to Monday night's class at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, which I'll actually take you through a meditation. But let me just see very quickly, because I really try to limit it to one question or whatever per person, but I will give you a high-level answer on that, love. Colita's guides coming through. They love you, your guides, of course. They've been with you for many lifetimes. You're not listening to them much. However, they have been trying to give you instruction for your future and your health. And don't think that they're not hearing you. They hear everything that you ask for, and they're working with you on your life and your own transition from who you were to what you're going to be. Don't feel frightened about your training and your studying that's coming up for you, in nursing school, because you will do really well with that. So don't worry about a thing, my dear, is what they say to you. Okay? You have a few of them. You only have one.
Thank you, Laura. I really appreciate your time as always. And you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too, darling. Bye, Kalita. Bye-bye, honey. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, Laura.
Okay, I'm going to try to find Rosemary, see if she gave me her phone number. And I don't see anything from Rosemary. Maybe it's in the chat room. Let's see here, because my name is Rosemary. Oh, Rosemary! I need you to give me your phone number. You need to put it in the chat room, or you need to put it here, email me, laura@spiritmediumlaura.com, because you did not put it in your form when you made your lovely $5 donation, my dear. Rosemary. And by the way, Rosemary, I have relatives that live in Patchogue. Never talk to them. I mean, not because we're angry with each other, we're just busy all the time. Okay, I'm going to go to some phone numbers here. Well, actually, there is a 631. That might be Rosemary. Hold on for a second. Rosemary, is that you?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I figured it out because you're the only one with a Long Island area code. I happen to know what it's 516 or 631, and 631 is the new one, right? Because it's Patchogue, which is Suffolk. Okay, my sweet. I'm glad I got you.
Yeah, I know. A lot of trouble.
That's all right, honey. It makes it all very interesting. Okay. It's funny that you use the name Jesse in the chat room. And your name, there's something to do with that name and a child of yours. And you already just said your daughter. Okay. Is this your daughter's name? Is that what it is? Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to say I thought it was a son, but it's a daughter. Okay. But have you lost a child, honey?
No.
Okay, let me just see who's around you then. I do feel female to you. Feels like a mother in spirit or mother figure, which could be grandma, someone like that. I'm also going to see if that's the predominant energy right now for you as a mother in spirit. You understand a mother in spirit? Well, I'm sure you'd have to have a grandma at least. So I'm just going to go forward and give you, okay. This person is wearing short hair. It's got a bit of a wave to it. Original color was a brown, a medium caramel color brown, or rich brown. I guess give it a rich brown. It's like a reddish highlights, golden highlights to the brown. Has a little bit of a wave to it. Interesting. It's waved around. What was that, honey?
No, I don't know if that's my grandmother.
I think it is. And she may be trying to open the door for someone else as well. I just want to finish the description. The hair is like wavy, and of course the hair could be dyed later on in life. It could be the original color. I just can give you what she's showing me. What she cares to show me is this hair. There's a medium brown with a richness in terms of the tonality of the tones in the brown hair. It's wavy. She's got a rounder nose. She's got oval eyes, but there's a little bit of hanging skin under the eyes because she is more senior looking as she gives me that face, and her lips curve up on the sides with a slight smile. She has even features. The most distinctive thing was hanging a little bit in the jawline. The most distinctive thing to me is that nose, which is a little bit rounder, curvier towards the end. And it looks like her eye color is a little bit on the lighter side. Let me see what else I can get about her, honey. I hear that there were several children in the family, not only one child underneath her. In other words, she had a few children. She liked being a homemaker. There's a boy under her in particular she cares to show me. Now that would mean that if she's your mother's mother, that your mother has a brother, or it would mean that this is your father's mother. Now, from what I said so far, do you understand this, please, from description of anyone you might know, please?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But it could be my grandmother, but I'm not sure if she dyed her hair.
Does she have brown hair as original color, sweetheart?
I believe she did, yeah. Because I remember a lot of gray in it, but she probably did have light brown hair, yes.
Okay, so that's her. I think this is your mother's mother, actually.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, because she said mother's mother, and that would mean I felt a male under her, which would mean that your mother has at least one brother, meaning you have an uncle. Do you understand that, please? Okay.
Yeah, she has a few.
Okay, now she liked to dress, even though you sound fairly young, she shows me herself as a real Grammy type, a real grandma type, okay? The way she dresses. Mm-hmm. Practical shoes. Practical shoes. A darker kind of brownish kind of dress. Right now she's wearing a dress with a bit of a white collar to it, and there's a little bit of lace in the collar area. She's a very practical woman, she looks like she's wearing a doily on her head when they used to have to wear doilies to go into church. She's wearing something like that on her head. So she liked to go to church, I think, also, where she was somewhat religious, and did observe the holidays, and did observe, I think, more of a Christian kind of background. Do you understand that, please, for Grandma, Mom's mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She loved the holidays in particular, and she says Christmas was one of her favorites. Now her eyes get kind of sparkly, and she smiles a little bit. Now she also laughs a little bit because I do see she liked to bake. I see a pie. But she says a lot of times the kids didn't like the gifts that she gave them. like you and maybe some of your siblings. Uh, she she means that she didn't have a lot of money to go out and buy the latest and greatest super duper type of toys for kids, but she did observe the holidays. She had a modest income, so she would bring maybe something that was a little bit less expensive. You could use, maybe it was homemade, or it was just something that you need to use your brains to play with a little more versus being electronic and all the stuff that kids really love, right? And she says, she's laughing a little bit about herself with this. She's saying, I broke a couple of hearts now, didn't I, with that? Because kids always want all that glamour stuff at the holidays. She says, but you were different. You were a little bit different, Rosemary, than the others. You had a little more sensitivity to my feelings. She says, and you knew that I did the best I could do with all of that. And you're always very kind to me. And she wants you to know she appreciates that. Now, she knows that you want to speak with someone else. I believe you want to speak with your mother. Is that correct, love?
My mother's still here.
Okay, good. Then your grandma. Okay. Because I got that impression earlier that you had a mother in spirit by the way you answered me, so please let me clear that out. So she says...
Well, I have a sister that was like a mother.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. That's right. Okay, so that's what she's meaning. And you want to speak with her. Because she did say you want to speak with, and I knew there was somebody else there. I just want to clear for the sake of ethics, I kind of got the impression from something you said that there's someone else. And so Grandma's now acknowledging that. And I kind of knew when she came in that she wasn't who you wanted to speak with, although she's happy you let her in. But she's the doorkeeper to bring in somebody else. Okay, so she's a very nice lady, your grandma, very sweet lady. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to just give that a quick look-see for Sissy, since you did make a donation. And we'll see who that is. Dark hair. Okay, first thing I see is dark hair. So original color was dark hair. Do you understand dark hair for your sister, please?
Yes.
Okay, I see a wave. Yeah, original color. I see a wave to it as well. It looks like it's about shoulder length in the picture that she's giving me. For some reason or other, I don't know how this blends in with her, but there's a sailor's hat on her head. I have no idea how to interpret that, but it's the kind of sailor's hat that one would wear if they're just an ensign, not like a private in the Army, but an ensign in the Navy. I don't know what that has to do with your sister. Either there could be family. There could be a family member that's in the service or something to do with that, but I just will present that for a moment. She's laughing a little bit, almost like she's teasing me, the medium, with that little thing there that she just showed me. Okay, sis, we'll leave that on the side for a moment. She's kind of giving me half ideas about things. You got to give me the full idea, sister. You have to give me the full idea. She says, I'm okay now. I'm okay now. I also get an M-A-R type of name, Mary, Marilyn, something like that. It may not be her name. It could be somebody in the family as well.
Yeah, that's my sister's name, Mary.
Mary, okay,
perfect. The one that acted like my mother.
Yeah, okay, well, that's her. She's good. Thank you, Mary, for telling me that. Because she knows that she was giving me, she threw me a curveball with the, what do you call it, the sailor's hat, and she's laughing about that, and then she wanted to firm it up with her name, just to let me know I'm on her energy. So you're not confused, Rosemary, she says. I didn't want to confuse you. I am here. I am here. I'm healthy now. I'm healthy now. I hold your hand. I love you. I've not left you. She's trying to give me clear, sentiently, a feeling in my body of something about her and her body when she was on Earth, how it felt. But the only thing I get is like a heaviness in the middle of my chest area. That's all I can feel. I don't know what that is or how to interpret that. But there's something to do with the center of her chest or chest area that's to do with a heart or health issue that was very, very difficult for her. Do you understand? Heart and or...
Yeah.
Okay. And is her...
Yeah, she had emphysema.
And then the lungs area. Okay. She's just giving my lungs a push from both sides and shoving them to the middle. By the way, Mary, you can stop that now because I can't breathe. But I want you, Rosemary, I want you to know how she felt is that her lungs were being pushed together. She couldn't make them move. She's trying to give me that feeling. There's also something with the heart. I do want to honor that, even though you know she had emphysema. There's something with the heart as well that wasn't well for a long while. So that kind of went along with the emphysema. Yeah, I don't know why, but there's something to do with the heart. And she also says heart murmur. So that would mean that she might have had an irregular heartbeat that went along with it. Okay, so I just want to add,
okay.
yeah, just to add that in there. I don't know. She probably was diagnosed with emphysema, and that was a cause of passing. But she also shows me the heart, irregular heartbeat, arrhythmia, and all that other things to go with it. Oh, and she's showing me something else which you will be able to understand, because in her ankle area to her lower calf area, she shows me a little bit of pain in that area. Maybe when she's walking. And people thought maybe she had a little arthritis. She's saying it was because of blood circulation wasn't good either. Do you understand?
Okay.
You understand your sister had a little pain in her legs? Okay. Well, anyway, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she's given you some good evidence, my love. And I'm going to give you a personal message, and then we will move on to the next person in the queue.
Okay. All right.
Let me just see
Thank you.
Oh, well, no, just hold on, honey. I'm just giving you a personal message.
Okay.
Relax. Personal message for Rosemary. You're a good person, Rosemary. Thank you for being so considerate. Rosemary, yeah, your sister's here for personal. She says, you'll get on well without me. She says, everybody will be fine. I do feel a boy under her, as if she had a son, or you have a son. I think it's her son, though. Do you understand her son, please?
Yes.
Okay, he'll be fine. Everybody will be fine. She's very organized. She says she prepared everybody. She prepared everybody well to take care of themselves and not to think about her too much. She shows me herself, or she shows the idea of her being put to rest under a tree. It looks, she says, a willow tree. She's at peace under the willow tree. So if she wasn't buried under a willow tree, there's something about a willow, or being under a tree and being peaceful there is very important to her, and she wants to relay to you as well. She likes the location that everyone placed her in. She says she's very peaceful there, but as you know, she says to you, Rosemary, I don't stay there. But she says she's happy with the place that she was put, and that makes her feel very good. So if there was any controversy about that, maybe you arguing with her son or somebody else about that, she wants to know that wherever she was placed is very good for her. Okay, my dear?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rosemary, honey. Bye-bye, love. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm glad that Mary spelled her name out, because I was getting a little bit worried there for a while with the with the sailor's hat. Okay, I'm going to go, unless I don't think I picked this number up before. No, I believe this is lovely. Yeah, this is lovely Grace. Grace, hang in there, honey. Grace, hello.
Hi.
Hi, honey. You've been very patient. You've been so patient, sweetie. I talked to Grace over an hour ago, everybody. About an hour ago. She was one of the first people in the queue. Well, welcome, Grace. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's see who we have in spirit. I do feel a female to you in spirit. Feels a little bit, feels more like a mother figure, someone in that capacity. Let's see what we get. I get... I'm going to develop this just very quickly, okay? And then I'm going to come back to you and to see if there's anybody else you want to speak with. But what I see is a woman with steel gray hair, and also she says steel gray eyes. And that may be just figurative, in other words, symbolic of something. I don't know yet, but I actually do see whiter color in hair. I do see a pointed nose. I see glasses. They seem to have no rim to the glasses, or the rim to the glasses is clear, and I see of an advanced age of a face, but pretty features nevertheless, a pretty older woman, and her hair is kind of wispy around her face, and it's white. Just a spotlight on her just a little bit to show me who she is. She's looking very slender in the image, and she's moved to an advanced age. I would say this is a senior person. It may not even be your mother, unless your mother was that age of transition. Does this sound like anyone you know, please?
Maybe my grandma.
Yeah, as I'm saying, it's either your mom, your grandma, someone like that. I'm going to ask you this, honey. I also felt to you a male that feels a little bit younger than you as well. Do you know anybody who's in the younger category as male for you, please?
No.
Okay. Let's just move. May I move forward with this particular soul, or is there somebody else that you're hoping to speak with?
Somebody else.
Okay. And is that your father then?
No.
Okay. You're going to have to tell me who it is, because whoever it is not stepping forward.
Sorry.
Only Grandma's. Jessica. Okay. I didn't want the name. I wanted the relationship to you, but I will work from Jessica.
Oh.
I'll try to work from Jessica. Is that your child?
No, my sister.
Your sister. Okay. Let's see what we could do with this. So I want to honor that I do feel a male under you. Okay, that could be your sister's child, your child, could be grandchild, and that also appeared before. So that I didn't know where that child was. Could be on Earth or in spirit, something like that. But we'll come back to you to fit it into the whole thing. So Grandma comes in first. She's probably coming in to be the intermediary to Jessica, but I don't see Jessica just yet. Maybe I need to start with Grandma. Let's see where we want to go with this. The reason I'm being so cutting to the chase here is because we have limited time. Grandma is here. Now, I'm going to have to develop Grandma a little bit before Jessica will pop through, because I have to do it that way. This with the flow of the energy. It's like a golden cord is leading me. And Grandma is showing me herself as somebody who liked to, it looks like she sewed or she did something with her hands, like knitting, sewing, crocheting, that kind of thing. Do you understand that for Grandma, please?
Yes.
Okay, this is your father's mother, please. Yes. Correct? Is this your father's mother, please?
This is my mother's mother.
Okay. There's something also about her having heart issues, if you understand. I also see her living to a very advanced age, and that she was probably unable to get around easily on her own towards the end of her life. Do you understand that, please, for Grandma, your mother's mother?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I wasn't around.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to give her one or two more chances. Crafts or sewing. Heart problems, in a wheelchair. It doesn't mean she was confined to one. It just means that that's a symbol they use for me, saying, I lived so old that it was hard for me to walk at times. That's all that means.
Right.
She says that you were left alone too much as a child, including your sister. The both of you were left alone too much. Your mother was not around a lot. It was difficult for you girls, she says. I'm sorry that I haven't brought Jessica in yet, but I just wanted to let you know that Spirit knows the difficulties you had growing up, both of you. She says you're the older of the two, or that you did something that was more caring for Jessica than it feels from the way Grandma's presenting it, that you were sort of caring for Jessica in some way. Either you were older than her, or that you played a role that was protective of Jessica in some way during the early years of your life and even now. Do you understand that? Does that make any sense to you, please?
Yeah.
Okay. And she wants to applaud you for that as well, because you helped protect Jessica from herself in many ways. I don't know what she means by that, but I'm just going to go with it. You helped protect Jessica from herself in many ways. Jessica was a kind of person that needed others to take care of her, and Jessica is very grateful for that. Now Jessica steps forward. 1 second, please. Jessica's here. Jessica feels like this. Okay. Jessica feels like there's something that was with her from early on. It wasn't something new at the end of her life, but something early on that it made her the kind of person that you need to protect or take care of. Do you understand that, please?
I'm not sure.
Okay, not a problem. Let me see if and for some reason or other, she does not come in very clearly. I'm going to just give you what I get. Maybe it will ripen up. Hold on. Jessica shows, if this is Jessica, let's put it this way. The woman I see in front of me, very unusual, is wearing clothing of mourning and loss, as if she's mourning the loss of someone else. Okay? And sometimes souls will show me people on Earth and the way they look instead of showing me themselves, even though I ask them not to do that. But I just to give you exactly what I get so we can make some sense of this, I see a woman wearing the clothing of somebody who would be going to a funeral. Wearing a hat, could be you even, wearing a hat that's black, wearing a veil that comes out from the hat, and wearing black clothing. Red lipstick, very pretty woman actually, wearing red lipstick, very interesting vision that she would be giving me. Okay, so I think what she's doing is trying to show the mourning of her own, people mourning the loss of herself from Earth, and she's doing this, she's giving me mediumship in a very unusual way. But she's saying, I'm okay now, don't worry about me. And she calls you, she says, I'm okay now, Mom. So I don't know if she's saying the message from Mom to you or if she wants to call you Mom. She says, don't let anyone worry about me, I'm okay now. There's a sense of her not being able to communicate well from Spirit, a sense of being disoriented still. as if she's not placed correctly for where she belongs, or there's something about this communication that is extremely bifurcated. And that, to me, shows me trouble. Trouble in paradise there. Trouble in her brain could mean trouble in the way she transitions. I don't know yet. You try to work it through. You want to give me some more information, please, Jessica? I didn't. Okay, I see longer hair. I see brown hair. It's beautiful hair. I see a beautiful face. I see flowers around her. The face is more of a younger person than an older person. And again, they can show at any time in their life. I have no idea how to interpret this just yet. I do see that. I see this person, beautiful girl, with long brownish hair, just light brown hair, looking off as if she's, let me just, okay, let me just say what I'm seeing, and then we'll try to make a little sense of it, because she's not coming through that easily, as you noticed. Trying to make some sense of this. It's like a young woman on a couch, gazing out. Either she's passed and her eyes are still open. She has a very vacant look on her face. There's a sense of self-esteem issues that never were quite right for her. Sense of confusion. Now, I don't know if this is how she was on Earth. All I can tell you is this is what I'm getting for her. And she seems troubled to me. Okay. Now, you may be, even though I said her hair wasn't dark, it's more of a mid-tone brown. I see, because the light is hitting it, it gives me a sense of richness to the brown. So it could definitely be brown, but just the way the light hits it, it shows me golden highlights in the brown. But it's like a spotlight on this person. But what I want to say is that she seems like her mind is not clear right now. And maybe it wasn't clear when she was on Earth before her transition. I don't know. I can't make out anything more than what I'm getting, and I'm only as good as what they give me. So I have to. Does that make any sense to you? That your sister might not have had clear thinking towards the end of her life.
That part, yeah.
Thank you. Okay. And so I don't know why she doesn't have clear thinking towards the end of her life, but I can also tell you this, that she's not able to communicate clearly yet from spirit. For some reasons, there's a block there for her to be able to... Hold on, she's trying to say something. My transition was in error. I wasn't ready to go yet. I didn't want to leave Earth yet, but it was my time to go. They took my life before I was ready to go. What do you mean they took your life, Sister Jessica? They took it. The people that were trying to help me did not know how to help me, and I had to transition earlier than my time. There's a sense of her not being ready to transition then, I'll have to summarize, and also like being a little bit in resistance. I'll say resistance of the whole thing. She wasn't ready to go yet. Do you understand your sister was not ready to go yet, please?
Yes.
Okay. A lot of crying, a lot of upset around the passing and the transition. Sense of it. I don't know how to interpret this either. Could go in many ways, the way she's showing it to me. Of like, I don't know if it's just symbolic or if it literally, like as if she's beating her head against the wall. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Please help me. And no one was able to help her. From her perspective, and she's at peace now. I don't want you to get worried. Okay, she is at peace now, but she's just trying to give me this communication so that she can evidence herself through me. And the communication process here is not as smooth as I would like, but I'm just giving you what I get. So there's a resistance to passing, feeling that the people that were caring for her were inept and didn't know what they were doing. I hear the words quality control was not in place. I hear the word she's almost likening it to being murdered through ineptness, if you understand what I mean. Does that make sense to you, please?
I don't know about that.
Okay. Mistakes, not healing her properly. Does that make sense to you, please, Grace?
I mean, the doctors all do what they can.
Okay. Now, on her end, of looking at it, she's saying that she
90 seconds.
She felt that they were inept. Okay. Maybe it's yeah. Okay, because nobody could heal her, and because she wasn't ready to go yet. Okay, now you
Okay.
You probably thought, well, you know, she has a lethal illness and there's no way she's going to get out of this alive, and she's thinking the doctors don't know what they're doing. You know, I'm not ready to die. Heal me. So there's a sense of this, all this emotion and everything still coming through her, and you know,
60 seconds.
that's what she cares to show me today. Tomorrow she could show me something like being calm and settled with it. But today she's just trying to show me these things in a very clumsy fashion. But she is there with you. She does come in to look with you, to look on you. I don't know if I said this before to you or not, because when I do this work, I lose exactly. I don't even know what I'm saying when I'm saying it. But there's a sense of a boy. Either you have a son or she has a son. Did I say that before? I don't remember.
No, she has sons.
Okay, the sons that are hers. Like she's saying hello to them. She wants to say hello to everybody. She says she's much better now. She can breathe easier now. So that might mean there was something wrong with her lungs, or just likening back to the whole upset about the transition process. She also says something about
10 seconds.
being here with father now, so that's a father figure with her, and that she's all settled in now. She doesn't want to alarm you by the way she communicated, but she's okay now, Grace, okay? And that's the best I can do.
Okay.
Okay, sweetie. Thank you, love. God bless, honey. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, sometimes souls, not all souls communicate equally. Okay, and a medium does the best she can, and you know, it's like I do my training, right? I do everything I can do, and then we all try to make a good handshake and connection. Times this connection is extremely clear, and other times it takes a little bit of work. It's the more skilled mediums that know how to bounce around that and try to get the connection clearer. But I also give souls in my prayers before I open sessions, I give them instructions on how to work with me and use my guides and or their guides to help with that connection. I want to thank everybody for listening today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Have a great day, and may you have a blessing today as well. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.